The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Daryl Martin.
Welcome, folks. You get Tom O'Brien and Tom O'Brien. It's a beautiful thing.
What's happening, man?
How you doing, man?
Doing good.
What a week, huh?
I know.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. What a week. Welcome, folks. We get the Dow Industrials right now down 76. NASDAQ down 17. S&P's down 11. Just wait a second, and we might be up 800 and down 800.
It's
Little
Friday.
exaggeration.
Anything? No, it would be any other week than right now. We opened 5 days ago on Monday down 1,000, so it's not too exaggerating to say 800 points.
Isn't that a trip, man?
Isn't that crazy?
There's no doubt. Folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit that banner, bring it up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You can see how these contracts trade. And in this type of volatile market, there's many opportunities out there. Intraday, daily, and defined risk is the name of the game. There's no two ways about that. On October 15th and 16th, you can come visit us in Las Vegas.
Oh boy,
we're going to be in Las
that already. Vegas.
Yeah, hey, we're going to be in Las Vegas. The Traders Expo, folks, is going to be the 14th to the 16th, the 15th and 16th, the actual dates. Well,
so it's like 6 weeks from now. It'll be interesting to see what the market does in 6 weeks.
No doubt, no doubt. We're going to have a booth there, so come out and visit us. Market-wise out here, what I'm really psyched about, of course, is that what just happened, you might have heard the update, the future S&P and the NASDAQ S&P both went over their highs of yesterday. And that's what I needed, because it's really hard to get a high-volume day, I think, today, compared to how high volume we've had. You see what I'm saying?
No, I mean, even John Logan this morning was talking about, it's been a big week. Energy is kind of exhausted. It could be. I mean, anything, I was saying to one of my friends earlier today, anything could really happen. Like I was saying, on Wednesday, no matter what happened Thursday, almost anything could happen Friday.
That's right.
The mentality of
right.
Just a trader or being long the weekend. We saw, last Monday we opened up 1,000 points down.
Yeah.
That has to be in somebody's head. Same thing could happen easily.
Well,
it could open 1,000 up too. It's just almost.
This is where, folks, it gets cool understanding how, what would you call it? How the mechanics of the market work. Because the mechanics of the market, picture, the biggest part of the market, is 401ks, is long-term investors, right? And though all those 401ks, long-term investors, mostly are in funds, okay?
Sure.
So if you're the financial advisor, and I'm coming to you, and I've been in there a long time, if I give you that order today, guess what? I'm not out of the market, okay?
Okay.
Let's say we had a meeting at 12 or 1 or whatever. Realistically, probably what would end up happening, if you were really good, you could get me out right then and there. More than likely what would end up happening is that you get me out on Monday, you put the order on Monday, and I get the closing price on Monday.
Okay.
Okay? Now, that's important to understand in the context of kind of where we are here. Now, that's the first part. The second part's even heavier, though. This is what the second part is. The second part is that they get paid on a quarterly basis. And
they being
the financial advisors.
Okay.
Okay? And we're getting to the end of the month.
Sure.
So if you're in that business, what would you be doing?
What would you tell me where you're going?
You'd be saying, well, I think you should stay until the end of the month.
Okay.
Okay, because that's the amount of money that you are managing. Okay, if that money goes south before then, guess what? You're not getting paid on it.
Okay.
So those
I see that a little bit. Money managers always want to manage money. I mean, more so towards the end of the quarter, I'm sure, but they always want to manage money. So I don't think there'd ever be a moment where they're letting off the gas.
No, I agree.
So
but that's my point. So as I've been playing with this in my own head, my take on it is that the end of today is going to be not great because of the aspect that there's plenty of people, because I saw it last week, go down 1,000 points, right? We've been going sideways for 14 months. And when you go sideways, it's always tough. Do you know what I mean? We could have broke topside just as much as we broke downtown.
Right.
There's no doubt about that. But we didn't. We broke downtown. So now you come back. So now the key, I think the key is going to be coming into this close, is that how many orders were actually put in yesterday.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
That are on the close out here today.
Sure.
You know, so it's going to be wild. My point is, folks, the volatility is not going to stop.
No, it's the same thing though that John was saying, and I had it in the back of my head where it could be. I mean, it's Daryl's off today. It's the end of August. People are gone. New York, Boston.
Oh, sure.
So they maybe yesterday was the day, all that volatility at the end of the day, where that was people reacting, getting out, getting in, whatever had to happen. Maybe that was the afternoon yesterday that was kind of getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, there's no doubt. If they were getting ready
after this week, they'd say, I'm going to take care of business on Thursday, and I'm going to go have 3 days where I don't think about the market and don't even think about Friday, maybe, because I would want to take that action on Thursday as opposed to waiting, like you said. Who knows what can happen on a Friday?
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that was the case, though, they won't get sold out till today.
Well, you can always go one day back further. That was a huge move yesterday. That was something going on in the afternoon.
Oh, they were buying, man.
Somebody was selling before they were buying.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. at 3 o'clock.
Depends what half hour you're talking about.
Yeah, it is. It does depend what half hour you're talking about. So let's look at
sure.
this
you
morning.
Want to go over your trade this morning?
Let's go over this.
Let's do it.
So what happens, folks, is that and this is where, if you're going to go up and you're going to trade the Nadex contracts, folks, right? You want to absolutely start with the paper accounts, okay? And the reason, there's a lot of different reasons. One of the main reasons now is that because of the volatility, there's huge premiums inside them.
Yeah.
And then the premiums die off a little, but then they get right back at bigs. And you got to know how that works, right?
It's just cool that you can really see how the premium reacts to different market moves. And
yes.
That's, if the market does nothing for a week and you have a demo account, you're not going to get to see how those premiums adjust.
Exactly.
So this is like perfect to go over exactly when you buy, whether it's a binary or a spread. Market moves 200 points. What does that do to the premium?
That's right.
What is that?
That's right.
How does that affect your premium on a spread, on a binary? We were looking at, I think early in the week, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I was looking at some of the weekly binaries.
Right.
And there was so much premium, rightly so, because, you could, in normal market circumstances, if you had a binary, let's say, out of the money, call it on a Dow, 300 points out of the money, you were getting huge, as you should, 300-point move, even on a weekly, you're getting 8 to 1, 7 to 1, 10 to 1. Some of those binaries for 700-point moves on Tuesday or Wednesday were like a 3 to 1.
Really?
Yeah. Or like, and I'm ballparking, but seeing that kind of action, and it's rightly so, because
it can happen.
Would you give somebody on the other side that choice for a 500-point move on the Dow for 10 to 1? No, because there were 500-point moves every hour. So of course you wouldn't.
No.
That's.
Well, I listened to John Logan this morning, one of his buddies, one of his good buddies, he sells volatility.
I heard that
and
too.
And he lost 30% of his account. And that's what does happen. And that's, you hear these stories all the time in big downdrafts because the option sellers in general, they claim that they always make money. And it's like they make money till they don't. Just like all of us.
Can you imagine being an option seller Monday morning?
Oh, yeah.
As you had.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done. You're out of business.
Especially if you sold out real quick or if you got.
No, there's no doubt. So when this morning, right at the open, I think we can take a look at this.
Yeah, you were about 9:34 a.m. It looks like you made the trade. So pretty close to
exactly, because that was the pop.
Yeah,
we got a pop, and
this is 9:30. I mean, you can see our bar. I'm sure it's up there. So this is 9:30. The bar. You got it at 9:34. So you're probably right at near the top of that bar.
Right.
It's a Nasdaq 100 spread. So you're short it. The spread's the master spread, 80-point spread from 42.90 to 43.70.
Right.
Here's the market we have up right here. So you were saying you got some premium for this.
I did.
So it makes sense because the risk reward wouldn't have been your favor if you carried it through. But that's why you're collecting premium.
Right.
But what you want to look at is you got in. Let's just call it 43.20. You were probably even a little bit below that. So 43.15, 18. And you were able to sell it at 43.26.
Right.
So you can see that you got somewhere between 6 and 8 points of premium. But what's important to notice is that you're selling it at 43.20. You got 43.26, but just to look at from where the market is in relation to where the spread is.
Right.
You're only have 30 points to the downside, which is your profit potential.
That's right.
And you have 50 points to the upside, which is your loss potential.
Right.
So.
And that's why I got the premium.
Right. That's what I'm just explaining. Right. But it's nice, in terms of you still have a lot of room for profit even from where you are. And Daryl talks about this a lot. You're absorbing premium.
Right.
And you have potential for profit.
Right.
It's just not all, which is nice.
And it wasn't a huge amount of premium, but I was comfortable.
And it wasn't a huge amount of risk reward on the other side.
It wasn't.
Right.
And what happens, folks, is that when you hit it, it will show you maximum loss, your maximum profit,
Right.
down on those boxes. And like when I put it up, I says, okay, man, it's not bad. You know what I mean?
I'll put it in right now. So
right.
you had a max loss of 361?
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. Sorry, that's a buy. The other way around. Max loss of 439 for a max profit of 360.
Right.
So you're really close, right?
That's still, to me, I mean, my clause.
Like we talk about with you can always get out of it. That premium's going to stay
That's
there.
right.
So it's not like you're locked into a risk reward that's risking 5 to make 3.
Right. Right.
So what's your plan with this trade? Are you going to let this ride? Or do you have a target? Do you have a loss? What is your what kind of?
I would. Unless this market can take a swing point out with volume intraday, I'll show you if I can pull this one up just for a second.
Sure.
Right. Just because. So.
You can just minimize Nadex and it's right there.
Okay. So what I was looking at is this MQU5, is that the first get-go, the first spike higher, folks. What had happened is that it couldn't take out this is the future market now, that it couldn't take out the swing point that was generated out here in the middle of the night. And I said, oh, this is interesting. So there's the first one. So the first sell was 18,000. I mean, the first charge forward, okay? That's what I sold right there, okay? And then you can see it's trying to test it 3 times, so I'm in pretty good shape there. Now I'll put it into 1, just so you can see how this shakes out. So thus far, the energy's out of it, okay? Now, if that took that out with volume intraday, I'd close it. I mean, you always have to, because if it does, then you can take the top of that bar, the bottom of that bar, and it's like, oh man, we're going up a lot more. You stay right there, folks. Tom O'Brien, we're coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. You get the Dow down 67, NASDAQ off 12, S&P's down 9. And, a market like this is really like almost a flat market, right? Isn't it funny that,
hopefully John Logan's buddy is making a little money absorbing some premium today, right? I mean, seriously, that's what, it's, you guys butt kicked, but,
right.
I'm sure he had plenty of days where John's saying, he makes 1%, makes 1% in that game, just like the same deal we talk about. You keep your risk reward, you lose, you make 10 times.
Right.
It's just the inverse of that. And, but we talk about the mentality of it. Being on that side of the mentality of things,
it's heavy.
Yeah, you better make sure you keep your head straight when you lose 30% in a day.
I can't do that side of it. I understand.
It's tougher for me too.
And I like that side. I know people do well on that side.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's so funny too because I probably have the risk parameter I have on what I do is probably just as bad, but for some reason I feel better with it. I guess it isn't because I can't get what
mind can analyze things sometimes. Because mind can do the same thing. Right. That I'm more comfortable analyzing a situation with a better risk reward.
Right.
Saying I'm confident that I can make this trade 5 times.
Right.
And win at least once, or something like that. No. As opposed to saying I can make this trade 5 times and win at least 80% of the time.
Yes.
And I can't analyze that in my head as well.
Right. I can't either. And what I like about what I do versus what selling premium is that I'm not in the market all the time. So I like having my money.
Right.
That's a different ballgame.
No,
do you know what I mean? And what happens, folks, and just keep this in mind. You don't have to, trade every day. You go on streaks. I mean, that's because everything has to be right. Your mentality has to be right. Your head has to be right. You have to have the time. So that's a different ballgame. And if you want to really understand markets, the next, I suspect, 6 months to 8 months, you want to be right on because this is it.
And you can't kind of be afraid of losing.
No,
you have to understand that losses are coming.
Oh, that's it.
And so sometimes that mentality, same thing. Whether you just have to, if you're gonna let fear control you, which is going to happen. So be cool with that and just be like, all right, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where my head's at. I'm not thinking clearly, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe people did that maybe today. I could see some of those big money managers being like, I need 3 days after these 4 days. So let's square up on Thursday.
Yeah.
And, I'm reachable on Friday if the apocalypse comes or we jump up 1,000 points. But guess what? If we have a flat market, I don't even want to be here. I want to take care of my business on Thursday and get my head straight so that you're not crying about losses, rejoicing about wins, and trying to parlay it up. But, it's you just come at it with a straight head.
Did you hear, Larry? This is interesting, too. And, folks, if you, remember that right on your cell phone, you can get all our program, TFNN.mobi. And Larry had some great numbers, man. He was going through the expansions and contractions that this market did.
I didn't hear him.
Oh my God, it was like crazy. I mean, 1.618. They were just
all over the place.
All over the place. They were just hitting. I mean, they were hitting, and it's like those. And that's an insane expansion, by the way, folks.
10% futures moves, to open just for a weekend on an index.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I could see some big numbers.
Look at this. We're gonna have to look at gold. Gold's up $17. This is impressive, folks. You get a Friday. They've been trying to kill the gold market, haven't been able to do it. Bottom line, you're up $17 or $11.39. This gold wants to go after those swing points, and that's that's going to say quite a bit. Oil. I know what a move, right?
That is.
That's a nice move, man. And the first movement off the bottom with gold had conviction. It moved with conviction, and then they just freaked everyone out, pulled back hard.
Yep.
Okay, but bottom line is that you're right back topside again. So the way that is set up right now, it broke the downtrend, and now the question is going to be, we'll see whether this holds into the close. You hold into the close, that's going to set up a nice week next week coming into the market. Bonds are still dictating that. This market wants to go lower, bonds want to go higher. The intriguing part this time is that gold was always going with the market in 2008. They were all going down. Now gold had already got killed. The equities got killed. And this is the first time,
so it's not like you can really just tank if the market tanks.
Yeah,
Right. No,
and
I hear
it
you.
changed.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's like, ooh, this is interesting. Like, why is that changing? Are people just saying, okay, I just want an insurance policy?
Sure.
Maybe
it's different. I mean, there's a lot more at play this time around in terms of how China's affecting it. So maybe the commodities, that wasn't 2008. It was, but not like it is right now.
No doubt.
So I'm sure that plays into it.
There's a number out today, folks, that's pretty impressive. And what it is that this is the first time last month. Okay, so these numbers are behind the curve. This is the first time that mutual fund owners of bonds and equities actually withdrew
At the same time?
Yes,
Wow.
at the same time. It's the first time it happened since 2008. Now, this is before the debacle. This is last month. That says a big thing.
Yeah.
Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow's down 41, Nasdaq's off 6, S&P's are off 6. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com. TFNN.com now. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pezzavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow down 29. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are off 4.5. Let's go to Mike in Dallas. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Well, hey, Tom. How y'all doing?
We're doing great, man. How you been?
Doing great. I'm in a spread, Nadex spread.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, and I know it is a general rule, what profit do you look at in order to take and just get out of the trade, or is it a matter of I'm at the low end? I got in at the low end of a of a spread.
Okay.
That ends at 415 and it's making money.
Yep.
And I'm like every other trader. I don't want to lose it, whether it's $1 or 200. And I just like a little direction.
This is, this is so cool that, that you just called with this. Okay, so check this out, folks. At the break, Tommy and I are talking about, he's saying, okay, what are you going to do with this? Where are your parameters, okay? So let's go over them, and I'll go over the parameter exactly what the trade I have on, because this is, I want to answer this. I want to answer, there's two parts to that question. The first part of the question is that, what is the profit that you'd like, okay? And as all of us, we want as much as we can get. That being said, what does happen is that every day is like, okay, what the market can give you, that's all it is, okay? What type of market is it? Is it a heavier market? Is it a lighter market? So profit-wise, what ends up happening is that, let's say I do the first couple of trades and you make money. Then what ends up happening is that my risk parameter goes up, okay?
That's interesting. Some people scale it back.
Okay, my risk parameter... My risk
that can be perfect.
My risk parameter goes up, okay? So... I'll lay on more. Let's go through today, though, okay? So, because today is really crucial, and I said a couple things to Tommy during I showed him the high swing point that I'm looking at, and so what's going on? I'm on the NASDAQ one, the spread, okay?
Right.
So what has happened is that it's trying to test the high 4 times thus far, okay?
Yeah.
And it has.
So you're talking about the high at like 9:35 in the morning.
That's
just
correct.
That first little push. Go ahead.
The first push. And each time it's trying to test it on a 10-minute bar, it's been lighter volume, okay? And so, Tommy said to me, he says, man, you're always taking this high volume bar, and it's like, and so we had the discussion.
I didn't say that.
No.
That sounds very dismissive of volume in general.
No.
What I said was comparing it to the market open bar.
That's right.
Is always tough.
That's right.
That's a different.
I understand. So, and I was explaining that, okay, what I don't like that I see out here this morning is that when we actually went down, when the NASDAQ went down, right, I don't have a high volume bar either. I says, ooh, that's kind of dicey, okay? Because I like to have a high volume bar on the way down, okay? So I said to him, I says, well, if it comes down and tests that high volume, it's not a high volume bar, that bar, and the volume don't go up, I will close it right then and there, okay? Because just like you, I'm in the money, right? That's the first part. The second part of today goes, and I said to Tommy, I don't care if I make, I'm going for $360 or something. If I'm at 1 o'clock or 1:15, I think I'm going to close this thing out. because I don't want to be in this market. It doesn't look to me like there's enough energy in this market.
Right.
And it might flatten out. And if it flattens out, it's going to go up versus going down.
And you said, though, which I agree with, that almost anything could happen betwing like 1 and 4 today. Who knows?
Exactly.
As I'm sure all of us can understand that almost anything's possible. And so locking in those profits and
is important.
Because not that you're gambling, but when you don't know what's going to happen and you're not making an educated guess, that's kind of just gambling.
No, that's too much of a gamble.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's too much of a gamble.
Don't be afraid to take that investment off the table at that point.
Right. So that's kind of...
I'm looking at the Nasdaq right now.
Yeah.
And it's actually, if you take the settlement price of the Apex settlement price, 43.28.
Okay.
And you take the minus 5% deviation of 42.87.
Yeah.
It has been trading at 50% of that all morning.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I know that if it's just running around the 50%, I know that if I can get in on the bottom, close to the bottom of a spread, particularly one at 415 at a reasonable price,
yeah,
I'll be better off than if I take a shorter spread time-wise for a trend direction. Would you say that was correct in my statement?
Yeah, because you work in the decay in time. Right, exactly.
Exactly. Okay, good.
Right.
Good.
You know, Mike, and the one thing that Daryl always says that I just keep with me, the 80% rule, and I like to just think about it anytime I have profits where, especially when you're dealing with these spreads,
yes.
Anytime you're like that close to almost your max profit or even just your profit target, I really start watching the market really closely. Yeah. Just because if you ever give back that much, that's a problem. And so I just like mentality-wise, and it just feels good because that's a winner. That's a big winner.
It is.
I don't want to give those back. So once it gets to that point, just mentally I start watching it really tight because in a second it can get back where it's 50%, and then if it's 40%, you say, okay, now I'm just going to risk it again. And before you know it, you're back to even when you could just make that trade over and over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you all so much, and you all have a good weekend.
Mike,
you
thanks,
too,
man.
Mike. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. It's so cool when the question comes.
I know.
And we're just
right
talking
off,
about.
Literally, we're saying that I may take this off at 1. You're saying I may take it off at 1 o'clock, and I completely agree. Where it's like playing that market this afternoon, I'd be looking for a big move, almost because in my head anything can happen. But, check this out too, folks. Okay, because if you're sitting there listening, I can expect that you say, well, anything can happen, and then you can say, oh, I can make this much money. Well, guess what? You could lose that much money too. For sure.
And that's how you should be thinking all the time. If I've learned anything, is that you always got to be thinking about how much I can lose.
Yeah.
And then when you win, don't get excited. Grab it out of the marketplace and start again. Because when you do it once, you can do it again. That's the bottom line.
No.
And
you have to realize it's your money too.
Yeah.
It's not market money.
No.
It's straight cash. It can be in your bank account in 2 seconds.
Real bread.
Or it can be back in the market in 2 seconds, which you're risking your hard cash.
You could be going to the Bahamas this afternoon, man. You got 3 days off. You come back Sunday night.
Hey, after the week we've had, I'm sure there's a lot of people going somewhere to celebrate or, just clear their head this weekend, one way or the other.
It's so funny. I had a meeting last night, and the guy said to me, you look tired. I said, I feel great, man. I've been getting up. No, I don't. No, it was just so funny, man. Because you know what happens, folks? I sleep plenty. But in a market like right now, I'm up at 5 o'clock.
I was excited, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Even when I didn't have trades on this week, I was excited to see what it was going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why not? So we'll see. It could just chop around. I mean, look at this area that we have. It's like, this is going right before the market opens and right here afterwards. We'll see if we do. I don't know how to work your Bloomberg.
Let's see. I know. We're right here. Right there. Oh, we get Marty. Hey, Marty, what's happening, man?
Good morning, gentlemen.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm not doing that badly, thank you. And yourselves?
Doing good. Thanks for calling, man. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I do watch a lot of your programming. I mean, even as a passive education, it's like a sponge. It sinks in, and after a while, you really kind of understand what's going on.
We appreciate you being out here growling and prowling with us, Marty.
Thank you. And what I wanted to say was, in reference to gold going opposite the market.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed that happened in April a little bit. And what I'm kind of thinking about is if right now China and some other smaller countries like Kazakhstan are getting rid of dollars to cheapen their own currency so that they can stay in business.
Right.
Back in April, it was worrying about the euro. And what I'm thinking is that's not really solved. That's just kind of on the back burner.
Yes.
And if it should come to talk or fear of the euro breaking up, then all these people with pesetas and lira and different other currencies in prospect, instead of the euro, they're all going to be, uncertain as to what the value of those currencies are going to be, and that could make another huge boost in gold. In addition to what's going on now, if that should come to pass, gold is going to go to the moon.
I think I agree with you. I don't know about the gold going to the moon, but it looks to me that what has happened, and it looks like it's going to happen, is that there's problems with fiat currency across the world. Now, fiat currency is not going to go out of that. That's how we're always going to have it. But the devaluation of it, a competitive devaluation across the world, probably is in the making. And if that's in the making, picture what money is. Money is just I'm giving you something. It doesn't matter what it is. If, years ago it was bones or whatever that is. So that's all it is. So with that being said, what would matter is that what can hold the most amount of value that governments don't have control of, and it's gold. And it has been for 5,000 years.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that it would have to go to the moon, but what it would mean is that the value of gold would buy you a lot more than any other paper currency. So, currencies could go down, the value of gold goes up, and when all said and done, as to what you can buy with gold will be a lot more.
I think it's important just to look at, though, in terms of when we're having all that volatility with Europe and the euro.
Right.
And then that was almost nothing compared to once China kind of really became exposed with maybe there's some big problems or the yuan. So I don't see it as big of a deal, really, in the euro. And I think that the market we went through months where, that was a big deal,
Yes.
Greece is going to be out of it. And we saw nothing like we saw this week. And then really China, with the yuan and with their rates, and really, maybe we have a big problem in the economy over there. The market so I see really a much bigger problem when you just look at China versus the euro and how that plays out. Because even Greece is nothing, even if they did leave, I think is what we saw compared to whatever's going on over there in China.
Wasn't Europe the kind of cause, not the cause, but the trigger of the huge rise in gold in 2011?
I don't even remember, really. It's a problem. It's a problem. But China is the...
China was this week, I think.
So
that's,
also picture this, okay? Whether it's Jim Rogers, there's been very large players that had claimed for a long period of time that China was going to... Their yuan was going to overtake the dollar in all of this, okay? If I learned anything, and you might have heard this a million times over the course of years, first in the 80s, the Arabs were supposed to take over the world because of the oil embargo, right? Then I watched them buy all the real estate in the United States, and all of a sudden the rug came out and they lost it all. Then the Japanese came in and they owned the world. Then the rug came out. So in those contexts, I'm saying to myself, man, I don't know how this works, but I know one thing, right? What happens is that stability-wise, we still have the deal. And it probably has to do with we're just a country of mongrels. There's all these different ideas that people come from all over the world, and so that collection of ideas is very strong.
I agree with it for sure, but the Middle East is not China and Japan is not China. And that's the only thing that, as they say that, it's like the people alone and the size alone is what is a staggering difference that could, just, when you think about Japan overtaking it, they had things going, but it wasn't like, oh man, what is Japan going to become in 20 years? Nobody was like, oh my God, they're going to take. So there's that important difference. And I agree with you. I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate, where it's it's a different element when it's like China could be the deal on a size and people and economy scope.
It is. No,
I'm just pointing it out. I agree with what you're saying.
I agree with it. No, because we make a fortune. The only reason that everything that even we have a quality of life is that Stuff costs nothing anymore. Think of this shirt probably cost $3. I know I bought it at Marshall's. No, I'm talking about to make.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
You get my point. My point is.
Brand is that? What Italian shirt are we looking at here?
My point is that it's made. They've made so many goods that
they can be quality goods at a really cheap price, and that's.
But I think Marty, I think what you said is correct, and I think we got action in that market, because this is what's so cool, folks. This is where it really gets down to what is an ounce of gold worth. And every time I look at it,
I agree with you.
Every time I look at it, I'm saying to myself, oh my God, hold it. It's 10 tons of dirt. So every time that I start thinking about 10 tons of dirt for one little piece, I'm saying to myself, oh my God, hold it. That's worth money.
It's real no matter what.
Yeah. So we'll see where this baby shakes out,
Thank you.
Okay, Marty.
Okay, man. Hey, listen, hey, Marty.
Yes?
Awesome. So what, up in Boston, man, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how you guys, even though we're from Boston, are affording all those rents up in Boston, those houses up in Boston. That's blowing my mind, man.
I'm in Worcester, and it's easier here. It's not where all the happening stuff is.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. New York Times had an article today. I didn't even get to read it, but the headline was like, how to find a view of greenery for $500,000 or less. And I was joking with my buddies, like, how to not live in a closet for $500,000. It could have been the title. It's really intense.
It really
That's
is
in the middle of the city, but I was like, how to not live in a closet for $500,000.
Tom lives in Tampa. You scored. The Johnson & Johnson's moving 500 jobs.
Oh, are they? Nice plant.
Oh, big deal. No, and it's not the plant. It's their international, it's not their headquarters. It's the one right underneath it. No, it's a big deal. You stay right there, folks. Tom O'Brien, we're coming right back. Dow right now is down 74. Nasdaq's off 11. S&Ps are down 10. Gold's up 1260. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow down 74, Nasdaq's off 8, S&Ps are off 9.5, and boy, do we got a great pleasure here. We got Ilka from Boston. Ilka, what's going on?
Well.
Well.
Tom and Tony.
Hello, Ilka.
How's that, huh?
Oh, my goodness. I got away for a little while, and life changes, huh?
Life changes. Hey, you know what? 10 years ago, folks, Tommy and I were basically dotting out of New Orleans and Katrina.
Time
oh my God,
flies.
that's 10 years ago. I remember. No, that's not 10 years ago.
10 years ago,
It's 10
like
years
today,
ago.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were stuck without money. You were trying to sell your goods.
No. We had
We had money.
We're the only ones that had any money. It was the poor people from Dallas. The girl had to give them the diamonds. And
We're lucky we're gambling at the casino the night before and had cash. Seriously.
Oh.
How you been?
Oh my God. Very, very busy. So I have not been able to even watch you guys. So this is a great surprise. Wow, look at father and son, huh?
Yep, totally.
This is wonderful. But listen, so yeah, actually, Boston real estate. It's interesting. I heard you. Yeah,
Yes.
The reason I was busy is because we actually were trying to sell our primary residency, which we did successfully, and we were moving. So that's why my life was in a little
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah. And so I think the only possibility here would be like the micro apartments, because the rents are so hugely
I bet.
I know.
skyrocketed. That's the only thing it's possible here, and that it's still a possibility, believe it or not. I never thought people would like to live in the little, spaces like that, like in Europe, but
Right.
It's happening here, and due to the fact that people cannot afford it, especially the young people who would like to live in Boston, not in Worcester area. Worcester is a little different market.
No, for sure. No,
Yeah.
Listen, Boston
We know
is
the
vibrant.
city. You want to be by the city.
Yeah, there's
It's
no
like-
doubt. So, hey,
Yeah,
where are you going to move?
So we're moving to Plymouth, right on the water.
Oh,
I want
Plymouth's
to be kind
beautiful.
of like in Florida.
Nice.
Plymouth is beautiful. That restaurant down there on the water is insane. You're going to be there a lot. You can.
But we're going to be building, so this will take a little while. So that
That is awesome. Plymouth's a great place. I love that
yeah.
place.
So Tom, this is your market, huh?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Are you like not sleeping? I'm thinking of you every time this is happening. So
No, what happens is this. I make sure, when a market's like this, I make sure I do get enough sleep. And I, basically...
Probably just in bed a little bit earlier and awake a little bit earlier.
It is. That's what it is. I do. Do you know what I mean? Because I thrive in a market like this.
It's fun being up at 5 or 6 in the morning.
I know. This is your kind of market, and mine as well. I like this. I like the volatility. That's where...
I know. We haven't had it in so long, you forget that, the S&Ps can move 10 or 20 points. And what happens, what you're hearing here, folks, is this, and I'm not suggesting you do it, but what happens in a market like that, you just have to always be taking money left and right, and you bring it stops up and bring it, and that's all it is. You bring it up, bring it down. Yep. It doesn't matter. You go on one side, you go on the other, you go on the side, and that's all you're doing.
That's why you should keep your head straight.
And you don't even look at your account. You look at your account at the end of the day, and then you figure out, because if you decide to look at your account, you're out of your mind, because then you're wasting that time looking at your account.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, and that...
As long as you understand your number.
Well, you're making money. I mean, I'm not,
I look at my account sometimes.
So, Tommy, I want to agree with you in one sense regarding China.
Okay.
The difference between China and Japan is it's huge. But the reason for it, I always look at it as a small snowing ball, like snowball when you're rolling it, and a humongous one. And it's not that it's different in economy and culture. What it is different in the ability of stopping it or controlling it.
Momentum.
Momentum.
For sure.
Correct. All right, guys.
Ilka,
nice
so
you.
We talk to you, Ilka. Call us back. You stay right there, folks. Basil Chapman's coming up. Thanks, Tom.
Great show, man.
Love you, pal.
Love you.
Stay right there. Basil's coming right up,
Have
folks.
a great weekend.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.